it's my draft season.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. In this episode, I'm covering my favorite team. As y'all can see by the shirt and the logo on the hat, the Miami Dolphins. Folks, and as you guys know, it's mock draft season. Super Bowl was not too long ago, and we're already craving for football. Not to mention
NFL draft,
which is like Christmas time for football players
and fans alike
at the end of this month. Stay tuned, because I got a Miami Dolphins mock draft unlike no other. Stay tuned.
Time to tune in. Now another sports center. It's a movement.
It's Dolphins time.
Let's go Dolphins!
We got the 6th pick in the draft. Man, we have been making mafia moves left and right. Oh my goodness gracious. Coach Brian Flores, he should have got Coach of the Year last year. It's okay, he didn't get it, but he's making moves behind the scenes unlike no other. Now for starters, let's talk the Atlanta Falcons real quick, because with the Atlanta Falcons there, and again, you're like, Doug, why are you talking about the Atlanta Falcons? I want to see a Miami Dolphins mock draft. Because there's a guy who I really want on our team, and I believe the Miami Dolphins really want him as well too. And I'll just be transparent with you guys that I don't think Matt Ryan's the problem. I don't think they're gonna go quarterback, but they also might go O-line. Is getting an O-lineman much more exciting than maybe getting a guy like Pitts? That I don't know. But I do believe that they want to take and invest more in their offense. I do take and believe, even with the defensive coach, that he even believes Matt Ryan still has many years underneath his belt. Matt Ryan's like, what, 34, 35 right now? So we'll see. It should be very, very interesting to see where Matty Ice takes and lands. If they're going to get a quarterback, that's going to determine a lot who the Dolphins are going to ultimately get. And then also as well, we got the Bengals who are also in front of us, okay? They're at number 5, and there's a good chance that they may take and they get chased. They may try to bring back, make it the LSU Bengals or something like that, But they also may get Penei Sewell as well. I'm seeing Sewell either taking and going to the Atlanta Falcons or possibly sliding over to the Bengals. Or maybe even to us for the Miami Dolphins. Definitely don't see it being more than 2 teams that he ends up sliding over to us. But nonetheless, anything is possible. Therefore, my number 6 pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Miami Dolphins taking and picking up yours truly, Kyle Pitts. Now, you guys check out some of the highlights here on the screen. This guy is an absolute dog. Not the best blocker, but the guy can take and make plays out of nothing. It's really exciting to take and see somebody, every year, like a couple years ago was DK Metcalf, and now we got Kyle Pitts. And this guy, he's the size of a tight end, but faster than many receivers that I know and I watch in the NFL. So very, very excited to see what he can do. Plus, we already have a very, very good tight end in Mike Gesicki. He's really starting to grow into himself, you've seen his personality flow, but the guy is also going to take and potentially be a free agent next year. And that's what concerns me a lot as well too. So, but nonetheless, very, very excited to take and see, both two really good tight ends for Tua. Man, that's going to be awesome. So let's fast forward to pick number 18. Now for pick number 18 for the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Miami Dolphins taking and picking up Azeez Ojulari. Now please forgive me if I say his name wrong, but this guy's an absolute beast. Now around that point in the draft, man, I was stuck, man. I wanted to pick Jalen Phillips, maybe Russell, the 2 edge rushers from the University of Miami. And I also looked at Azeez Ojulari, and I watched tape. And I watched lots of tape. What I liked about Azeez that stood out is that he can not only beat you outside, he could beat you inside, and he could take and get right up inside of you nice and tight and blow you back till he gets a quarterback. Another thing that also stood out to me is you guys take and see in the tape down below, some of these highlights I posted, with Azeez, he likes to smack out the ball. And we all know Miami Dolphins defense loves take and do that. That's probably, Brian Flores, that's like giving him a nice birthday cake. You're giving him a present every Sunday. But also, we also lost Shaq Lawson. He ended up going to the Texans. I know you guys like, Doug, whoa, what about O-line to his development? Relax. Colin Mate, relax. This is a very deep O-lineman draft, and I do believe we got at least 2 O-linemen coming within the first 3 rounds of the draft. That brings me to round 2. Now for round 2, we have the number 36th pick and also as well the 50th pick. Lots of talent sliding. Now remember, with the beer flu and everything like that affected college football, you had a lot of players opting out. So some people you thought were going to go round 1 or 2 are going to slide all the way down to 4 and 5, and vice versa. This is going to be probably some of the most inaccurate mock drafts out there. But if I'm wrong on the person, I hope to at least be right on the position. That being said, with the 36th pick of the NFL draft, I have the Miami Dolphins taking and picking up 350-pound behemoth of a man, blocker for Tua. I have Jackson Carman from University of Clemson. That's right, this guy's an absolute bulldog, baby. Now, you guys, right now, currently, for the Miami Dolphins, we have a Russian guard, currently playing tackle. So we got to get people to the natural positions and stuff like that. This draft, I would love, and anything's possible, but I would love for people just to feel uncomfortable that, yes, your job can get taken. I don't care if you came and we paid a lot of money for you, that, hey, everybody feels pressure, because I want the best 5 front men up there for Tua Tagovailoa, so that way he could take his time, develop. He's going to have a lot more weapons. And the guy didn't even have a full rookie season, okay? He kept getting pulled, daggone it, but I can't deny that we did not at least see a lot of flashes of what greatness looks like for Tua. But we cannot ever see that unless we have at least a decent O-lineman. I'm hoping we at least get a top 14, top 13 O-lineman in the 2021 NFL season. Currently, right now, I believe we were ranked like, 22 or 20 or something, somewhere in that ballpark. But definitely with the pick like having Jackson Carman is going to do wonders for our O-line. So Jackson Carman, first pick of the second round. In the final pick of the second round, I also, very similar to my last pick, I have another O-lineman again. But I do see that there's also a lot of good defense players who I'm also going to address some needs like safety and whatnot, maybe even beefing up our cornerbacks like we need anymore. But Coach Flores, God loves his quarterbacks. But anywho, I have Alex Leatherwood, former teammate of Tua Tagovailoa, now being reunited in Miami. Now, you guys see that this is a very common narrative for the Miami Dolphins. You do take and see that Brian Flores, he not only wants to create a family community, but also like-minded individuals. And you also see that whenever he brings a player from another team, oftentimes there was another player who also used to play with him. Look what Myles Gaskin and Ahmed. Look what two linebackers that we took when we got from the Houston Texans. And then on top of that, even though it wasn't involved in a trade, we got Will Fuller, also from the Texans as well, too. You'll also find Brian Flores picking up a lot of team captains from other teams, because leadership is very important, as is accountability. Speaking of accountability, there's going to be probably 1 or 2. This O-line is going to get shaken up, and I believe drafting high in the O-line, though it's not exactly sexy, as we saw in last year's Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, battles are won and lost in the trenches. Let's change the word battles with games, because ultimately we need to win some games. Speaking of games, we need to spice up our games and also spice up our games on the defensive side of the ball. So for the first pick of round 3, this guy has been, look, if he went to a USC, if he went to a University of Texas, big name schools like Alabama, I would definitely give him a round 1. I got Jamar Johnson coming from the University of Indiana. Gene Hackman Hoosiers, where you at? Man, I gotta say, this guy's an absolute dog. It's rare that you see a safety who could play corner. He could actually play a safety position. He can also blitz the quarterback, and he's a great tackler in the open field. The guy causes absolute havoc. Now, if you guys paid attention to the Indiana Hoosiers, I always have time, Hoosiers, I always get tongue-tied saying that. But the Indiana Hoosiers, whenever taking and watching them on TV, man, they're just a school that's there. They're a school that usually gets beat up by the bigger schools. But last year, this wasn't the case. They had a lot of ballers on the team, and they had quite a few upsets. So very, very excited to see Jamar Johnson on the Miami Dolphins. Whether we pick him up late 2nd, early 4th, I really hope he falls to our hands, because, I got to say, dude is probably my top 3 favorite safety in this draft. And I believe in round 3, he will be waiting for us. Now, with only 3 picks left in the draft, we have round 5. The 156th pick overall. To kick off the 5th round, I have us taking and picking up Dalen Hayes from the University of Notre Dame. Dude is an absolute beast. And we know Coach Brian Flores, he really loves to have depth on defense, because as you guys taking notes, not only was Shaq Lawson taken and traded away to the Houston Texans, but also as well, Kyle Van Noy was released, and now he's on his former team, the New England Patriots. Now, did also take and beef up our linebacker core. having a guy like Dalen Hayes definitely provides us great value. Now, according to ProFootballNetwork.com, it takes and says a little bit about him. I'll make sure I have this on the screen. Athletic, explosive defender who can be used at the end, standing over tackle, or even inside on passing downs. Agile, fires off the snap, and quickly changes direction, alters his angle of attack. Plays with excellent lean as well as leverage, effectively using his hands to protect himself, knocks down blockers back with a violent punch. Couple negatives about, he does lack a great bulk and sometimes gets out of position on occasion. Easily ridden out of his angle from attacks, and not all the time, but it seems that he takes and does that on occasion. So overall, I think this guy provides great value for it being the end of the draft. Round 5, that's my pick. Now you guys know it wouldn't be a Miami Dolphins draft without us picking out a cornerback. Now, a cornerback is one of the most important defensive positions in the National Football League. And that being said, I have us picking up from Central Arkansas, Robert Rochelle. With his time over at the University of Central Arkansas, the guy had 38 pass deflections and also 10 interceptions. This guy definitely has a lot to work on, but with the right training, I definitely believe he could be a star in the league. I have him following us in the 7th round, Miami Dolphins. Now, the Miami Dolphins' last pick of the 2021 NFL Draft. I like to be a little bit of a wild card with these drafts. As you saw last year, the Miami Dolphins picked up Malcolm Perry, wide receiver, cornerback / running back from Navy. Well, this year, there's a guy who really stands out to me. His father is one of the greatest fullbacks to ever play the game, Lorenzo Neal. No, that's right, not Lorenzo Neal from the Chargers, but his son. Now, this guy is an absolute hog at stopping the run. Not the best at stopping the pass and getting to the quarterback, but when it comes to stopping the run, the guy really clogs up holes. And with having speedy linebackers like McKinney and Baker and whatnot, man, this guy's going to create a lot of holes and opportunities for the rest of the defense out there. Again, I like to take a risk with these 7th round draft picks because sometimes these guys end up getting cut and not even making the team. But Lorenzo Neal is an absolute beast coming out of Purdue. Ooh! Guys not only have brains, but they got brawn as well too. So, anywho, folks, that's my 2021 NFL draft. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know if you guys like it, if you disagree, if you feel like I missed a mark somewhere. Maybe we could have beefed up on some other parts of the Miami Dolphins team. But nonetheless, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and let's have a discussion. Anywho, you guys already know what time it is. Fins up all day. And as I mentioned before, I cover the entire NFL, but y'all know I am a Miami Dolphins fan. Ain't no shame in my game. I always have the most fun when I take and I cover our team. So, anyway, God bless you guys. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, hit that bell. We got a lot of things going on. Also, you guys can follow me on TikTok at The Touchdown. Follow me on Instagram at The Touchdown with Doug Smith, and I'll catch y'all later.
Time to tune in. Now another sports center. It's a movement.